Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Bertiez, and we have some changes coming to the matchmaking system in Hunt Showdown. Today, the devs had a live stream for update 1.6, and it had a bunch of cool changes to the game, mostly visual UI stuff, which is great. But in this video, we're going to focus on the matchmaking aspect. I made a video about matchmaking a couple months ago, but now we finally have some numbers and a graph to work with. It's important to know that the changes coming are to help the community understand how the ELO and matchmaking systems work. As far as I understand, it's mostly the same system, just with some more clarity. We're just going to jump into it. The first big change you will notice is that the old arrow system is now gone. You will no longer see an up or down arrow when comparing stats. This system will now be replaced in the form of the star ranking. Stars let you know what MMR you have and will range from a 1-star player all the way up to a 6-star player. The more stars shown on a player, the higher MMR they have. Oh, and MMR stands for matchmaking rating. A bunch of games use this system to rank players by skill. This is how the MMR will work in Hunt. 1-star players will have a range from 0 to 2000 MMR. People with 1 star should mostly be new players to the game. 2 stars will range from 2000 to 2300 MMR. 3 stars from 2300 to 2600 MMR. 4 stars will be between 2600 and 2750 MMR. 5 stars will range from 2750 to 3000 MMR, while 6-star players are anything above 3000 MMR, capping out at 5000. This graph here shows how all the numbers will look when applied to Hunt's active player base. We see a nice bell curve on the graph with the majority of the players sitting in that 3 to 4 star ranking. It's important to know that these stars are earned on an individual basis and are equal in each region, but they don't represent what matchmaking bracket you're in. Brackets are divided separately between each region to help keep lobbies full. I have a few things I want to add to this that players need to understand. Firstly, level, prestige, and time played have absolutely nothing to do with ELO or MMR rankings. A Prestige 100 with 4,000 hours in the game can still be matched against the guy who's been playing for like 3 months. This happens when both players have similar MMRs to each other, so just because someone has a high prestige number or a ton of hours, it does not mean that they're good at the game. This is a common complaint within the Hunt community, but it's not really that valid. The system in place is always trying to put together the most balanced games. But with Hunt's small player base, sometimes the game does have to mismatch opponents, but it's really not that common. In my previous matchmaking video, I talked about how PvP rating is earned, but I'll give it a quick rundown again with the new terminology. So if a 1-star player kills another 1-star player, they will earn a slight amount of points towards their hidden PvP rating. Now if a 1-star player kills anyone higher ranked than themselves, they will earn increased points. In this scenario, let's say a 1-star kills a 4-star player. The points they would earn would be a pretty sizable amount. These points are continually tracked, and this is how you move between the star rankings. Kills will always increase your MMR, but the amount it increases by depends on the rank of the other player that you kill. So let's say a 4-star player kills another 4-star. They would have a slight increase in points, but not the same as a 1-star killing a 4-star. Now if a 4-star kills a 1-star, they would still increase in points, but it would be very, very slight. I hope that kinda helps. So kills increase your PvP rating, which means that losing points happens when you die. It's the same system but inverted. So when a 3-star dies to a 4-star player, they're gonna lose a very little amount of points. But when a 3-star dies to a 1-star player, they're gonna lose a lot more points. If you have any questions so far, be sure to leave them in the comments and I'll help you out. The next thing we're gonna touch on is the match MMR and modifiers. Match MMR is now going to be shown in the pre-game lobby. This is the average ELO between you and your partners. When all put together, you should be placed into a game that is suitable for your team. So let's say you're a 4-star player and you're playing with your friend who has 2 stars. The average match MMR should be in that 3-star ELO range. This indicator will show what to expect when you're playing with friends. Modifiers are supposed to create an equal match and are applied before you even start searching for a game. These are handicaps that help create a more balanced match for everyone. Depending on how the lobby was created, you could see a weak, medium, strong, or no modifiers applied when you hover over the match MMR icon. Here's a quick breakdown of how the modifiers work. If you're playing as a solo, you'll gain a strong modifier, making the enemies you play against lower ranked. If you play with randoms, you will always get some kind of modifier. Random duos should be like a medium, while duos with a random trio will be a weak modifier. These are already in the game, but they're just now being displayed, so I wouldn't worry too much about these. This is meant to help random teams when playing up against pre-made parties. The last change is a new team breakdown after the match. You will be taken to a screen that shows your team and all other players in the game. It will display the other team's star rankings along with how you interacted with them. There are 4 ways interaction will be shown on this screen. The first of which is if you killed that player, the next shows if the player kills you, another is if you interacted with them over text or voice chat, and the last shows if a player was carrying the bounty. This new system at least helps you see what opponents you were up against, but they still don't have a damage chart or a 2D map replay. I am really hopeful though that this new screen will be able to work those features in for the future. So that covers all the matchmaking changes. I really hope with the new clarity that it'll help players understand what's going on. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about these changes, or if there's something you would do different. Let me know in the comments. There's going to be another dev stream in just a few days, and when that stream happens, map number 3 will be on the test servers. If you want to stay updated or need any guides, consider subscribing to the channel so you won't miss a thing. Also, if you found this video helpful, please drop a like, it really does help me out, and I'll have another video up as soon as the next live stream happens. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.